Hi everyone, and welcome back to Farrand Film. It's the first one in a while. It's the first one that we've done in a while. I think Ruby's last one was probably last year talking about Halloween. But you may have guessed from my very fetching cat and Ruby's jumper and possibly my t-shirt that we're going to do Christmas films. We're going to talk about our favorite Christmas films. We're going to pick our top 10 lists of our Christmas films. Films that now that we're at Christmas, you might want to watch between now and Christmas Day. And then we're going to do another video, probably next week, where we look at what's on over Christmas, what's on TV, what series are on, what films are on, and we'll give our picks of what it is that we think you should be watching over Christmas, including the new Wallace and Gromit film that's on Christmas Day.
Yes,
So
watch that.
we're gonna do our top tens. Now, we've both got a different top ten. We've both got a different top ten. Mine's gonna be slightly different to yours, I think, in that
Yes.
I've got films on that you've probably not seen,
Yeah.
or you shouldn't have seen. And then I've split my list kind of. Well, it's still a 10, but my first five are films that are set at Christmas but aren't really about Christmas.
Uh,
And then my second five are films that are really about Christmas, so that's why they're my top five.
what? This is not really a 10. I didn't. A load of films. I just put that there.
Right,
I'll
okay.
explain that
Right,
later.
fine. Fine.
I'll explain it.
Right. So,
Or what it really is.
do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Right. So my number 10
God.
is that film that everyone keeps saying is a Christmas film, and I sort of go, "Oh, is it a Christmas film?" And yes, it's a film that's set at Christmas, but it's become that answer that everyone sort of goes, "Oh, this is my favorite Christmas film of all time." It's Die Hard. Now, Die Hard is a good film. It's an action film. It is an action film that takes place at Christmas, not necessarily Christmassy. So I'm not going to be that person who sort of goes, "Oh, it's my number one Christmas film of all time," because it's not something that I think of. Oh yeah, I'm going to sit down and watch that at Christmas on Christmas Eve with the family. But it's a good film. I can't deny it's a good film. So I'm saying Die Hard is my number 10. What's your number 10?
Oh. Well, it's not really 10, but I like lots of films to put as a 10.
Right.
But
So when you did your list, did you just have a lot of films left over,
yeah, and I
and
couldn't
you
decide.
picked Elf?
Yes. Well, Elf is actually going to be 2. No, 3 actually.
What?
Instead of explaining that,
Elf's your number 10. It's fine.
yes,
Right.
it's
It's
my
fine.
number 10.
It's fine. Right. Well, I might talk about Elf a little bit more in a bit,
Yeah, because
so
you've
we
got
can
it on
talk.
your list.
Don't spoil it. Right. My number 9 is Gremlins, another film that is set around about Christmas time, and obviously, the Mogwai and all that kind of stuff. It's a good film. It's a very 80s film. It's one of them that you go back and sort of see the zeitgeist of the 80s, and it's one that fits in around Christmas time. So my number 9 is Gremlins. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Arthur Christmas.
Who?
Arthur Christmas.
Arthur? Who's Arthur?
No,
Arthur.
Arthur
Arthur.
Christmas.
You're from Oldham. Arthur.
Arthur,
Arthur Christmas.
Arthur Christmas.
Right.
I've not watched it in a long time, but my parents say that I have watched it, but I
You
can't.
have seen it because it's been on telly all the time.
I've not watched it now.
Oh, your list is going really well, isn't it? All
Oh,
right, so all for Christmas.
Arthur.
Right. My number 8 is The Holiday, starring Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, Kate Winslet, and Jude Law.
I know Cameron Diaz and
Oh,
Annie.
she is in Annie, yeah. That rubbish Annie film that you like.
No,
Now,
it's not rubbish. Watch it.
Holiday again is a film that's set around Christmas where two people, Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz's characters, do a sort of a life swap and a sort of house swap. So Kate Winslet goes to LA, Cameron Diaz comes over to London in the Cotswolds. Cameron Diaz sparks up a relationship with Jude Law. Kate Winslet sparks up a bit of a relationship with Jack Black's character, and it's one of those quintessential Christmas films. But again, Christmas isn't really a part of the theme. It's not really a part of the narrative. So that's why it's on this bottom end of my list. It's more to do with the relationships that are going on. It just so happens to be set around Christmas. So that is my number 8. That's The Holiday.
My number 8 is Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not sure why it is, but because I've not watched it in a long time, and I don't watch it that I reckon for Christmas. It's not really my favorite.
What?
It's not really my favorite, and that's
That's
why.
why it's number 8 then.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Not a
You're
fan.
not a fan of it. Why is it
I
number eight then?
don't know. I just
You are bobbins at doing lists.
don't like it.
Right. So does that mean that when we get to the ones that are like one and two and three and four, you're going to be able to talk about them a little bit?
Because they're more easier than these. Because these,
Well, we should have
I can
just
talk about number
right.
seven.
We should have
No,
just
but
done a
I
top
keep
five then. Right. Anyway. My number seven is The Holdovers, which is the most recent film that's on my list. It was Oscar nominated this year, technically came out last year, 2023. And it's a film about Paul Giamatti's character who is a bit of a curmudgeon and decides to be the teacher that stays over in a university with the holdovers, the students who, for whatever reason, don't go home over the Christmas holiday and instead stay in the school and have to be looked after and still have to do lessons and do all that kind of stuff. And it's a bit, I know, it's a bit of a sort of, this is where we're getting close to the sort of films that really bring Christmas into the narrative and really start to think about it rather than it just being films that are set around that time. But it's a very funny film, it's a very charming film, and it's got one of the best lines in any film, which I put on a t-shirt and selling on the Redbubble store. And I'm not going to repeat that to you because it's rude. So that's my number seven. What's your number seven?
My number seven is Christmas Chronicles number two.
Oh, okay.
It starts when they're at like Cancun, Mexico, and then Kate wants to like they just Bob. So Kate's dad dies, and then they meet at Mexico, and her mom meets a boy called Bob, and they forget that Kate's there, and forgets that they need to spend time with her, and then Kate wants to run away, so she runs away. Jack follows her, and then a bad guy called I forgot his name, Belsnickel, who
Who?
Belsnickel,
Belsnickel.
yeah,
His name's Belsnickel.
yeah, not ill.
Belsnickel.
Belsnickel,
Belsnickel.
yes,
And he's a naughty elf.
yes.
Okay.
And then he turned to human, and then he chucked him in the North Pole. Santa found them, and then took him to the North Pole. It's a really good film. I watched it while I was doing my homework.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah.
All right.
It's information.
Information.
Yeah.
My number six is Batman Returns. Now, don't give me that look. Now, Batman Returns is a Christmas film. It's set at Christmas, okay? There's more arguably to do with Christmas in it than I would say something like a Die Hard. It's about family, it's about loss, it's about grief, it's about people coming together over Christmas, it's about people being alone over Christmas period, right? It's quintessential one of the best Batman films, all right? I would say it's up there with the Batman, okay? And coincidentally got quite a number of characters that are also the same. So people like Penguin and Catwoman are also in it. I think I'm gonna watch it again this Christmas.
Again.
Yeah, I've not seen it in a while. So Batman Returns is my number five. Just no, my number six. Just before we get into my really tip top, of- no, top five were the really about Christmas. Right. So what's your number five?
And
No, your number six.
yeah, number six is Christmas Chronicles.
Okay, so the first one.
Yes, yeah, so
Right.
so not a second
Is
one.
Bell Snickle in this one?
No,
Oh,
only in the second one.
okay.
So what happens in the first one is Teddy and Kate. Teddy is Kate's big older brother. They don't get along with each other. They're not really like best friends. But their mom keeps telling them to get along, and they keep fighting and stuff and arguing. And then one night on Christmas Eve, they tried to catch Santa, which they actually did, and then they caught him, and then they went in their sleigh to the North Pole, and then they like met different elves.
Okay.
Look,
Sounds fun.
I can't remember what they did in
It's
the
fine.
thing.
My number five is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which has already come up on your list.
On the eighth
Now,
one.
The Nightmare Before Christmas, again, it depends on how you see it. Some people view it as a Halloween film, some people view it as a Christmas film. For me, it's definitely a Christmas film. It's a film about Jack finding Christmas and
Yes.
wanting to sort of sell the idea of Christmas to everybody who lives in Halloween Town. So it's definitely a Christmas film. Hoi.
Hike.
Um,
Hike.
Shaking the camera now. Um, so I really like the soundtrack. I really like the score to it. I like the characterization in it. It's short. It's only about an hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one that you can sort of sneak in around about Christmas time. What, that it's short?
No, because I like films that are long, so I get you could sit down and chill more.
Okay. So that's my number five. That's Nightmare Before Christmas. What's your number five?
And it's a Santa Claus 2
Okay.
because I keep watching it over and over again. So
Right.
it's like a lot, but sometimes. I like about Santa Claus 2 is that can't remember. Right, so in Santa Claus 2,
Mm.
is this in Santa Claus 1 or 2? Because
I don't know. It's on your list.
I feel like right, I'll just say it. So, what's the boy's name again?
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
Even I know that. I've seen it about twice.
So, Charlie and the dad called Scott Calvin, which you may know.
You know
And
why he's called Scott Calvin? Because his initials are Sir and K, like Santa Claus.
oh, get it. Smarty pants.
Smarty pants.
You in your pants today?
I've got my Scooby-Doo shorts on, thank you very
They're the
much.
smarty pants.
Right.
So, and then
Hang on. You've just said you're wearing your pants today. I wear my pants every day, thank you very much.
oh, them ones.
Oh, right, okay. Right, go on, carry on. Carry on.
So, Charlie and Scott Calvin, they just normal sleep. They sleep over so at night, and then they hear a bang and it's Santa. And then they go outside and then they catch Santa.
That's in the first one, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, spoiler.
Right, so hang on. Right, so
Sorry, I said that bit
right,
first one.
hang on. Right. Your number four is the Santa Claus.
The Santa
Right,
Claus.
so number four is Santa Claus and number five is Santa Claus 2. So you
I
can,
can't remember what happens in the second one.
but it's a number
No,
five.
no, no. They work
They
at
work
the North
at
Pole.
the North Pole with the elves
Yeah.
because
And then
Bernard, who's an elf, is the guy who's in. It's David Krumholtz, the guy who's in Adam's
Adam's
Family
Family,
Values.
who's Wednesday's girlfriend.
Yeah, right. So you you like them both
I like the elf.
because they lead in together and
Yes.
they do all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I don't know why.
Because you're wearing a jumper and
Oh.
I'm wearing a hat and it's quite warm. Right. My number four is Elf,
Yes, I've
which
got
was down
number 10.
in, it's Buddy the Elf. It's fun. It's Christmassy.
And also, when we were watching Buddy Elf, remember when I said POV when you're on the escalator and then he did that?
Yeah, hilarious, whatever that means, what the kids say these days.
POV is what you do as a meme.
POV is what you do as a meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is information for you too.
Okay. My number three is the Grinch.
Oh, I put that on
Oh,
number
your number
3.
three is the Grinch as well. Okay. Right. So I've got my Grinch hat. Now, I got my Grinch Christmas jumper is downstairs ready for. Okay, so yeah, we can. So I've picked the Grinch, the live action Grinch.
I picked it too.
But then there's the cartoon one that you quite like, the newer cartoon one. There's the older cartoon one that I quite like,
I quite
where they
like
go,
it.
"You're a mean one, Mr.
Mr.
Grinch." Now I've always enjoyed the Grinch. I love the Grinch as a character. I think he's a very
do.
funny character. I think he's someone that you can sort of
And someone said to me in
empathize with.
school that Shrek's an ogre, but we don't. What's the
The
Grinch?
Grinch is a Grinch.
What's
No, it's not real. The Grinch is a who, but when he's born, he's green for whatever reason. So then people are mean to him and pick on him. And then because they're mean on him and pick on him, he then goes away from everybody else and just wants to sort of be nasty to them back. But actually, when he's older, Cindy Lou goes and finds him, doesn't she? And she says, "Oh, look, we'll invite you to Christmas. You can come and do Christmas with us." And then because people have been nice to him again, his heart grows.
yeah?
Yeah.
Because in the start in the cartoons, the person who talks through the story says maybe his shoes are untight and maybe his heart just too small.
Nice punch to the microphone there.
I'm sorry, I don't. I keep doing it. I've done it twice.
Well, now that we're on to our one and two, I think
Yeah.
anybody who knows us,
Right.
anyone who knows me, anyone who I've taught in the
It's a-
past, anyone I've taught
Yeah.
with, right, knows what our Christmas Eve tradition is. So I can probably tell what our number one and number two are going to be,
I'll put the same. And it's
right?
got this
It
t-shirt
is on my
tonight.
t-shirt, right? So My number two is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
Mine is two.
And my number one is Home Alone 1. Okay?
Really good films. I love them. We watched them both on Christmas
We
Eve.
watched them both on Christmas Eve. We watched Home Alone.
Tradition.
It is our tradition.
Fast food.
We do get fast food.
We don't want. We
Well, the idea is we get a big cheese pizza to eat while we watch it, but somebody decides every year that she doesn't want that pizza and ends up getting McDonald's instead. So,
we got KFC last week.
what?
No, not last week.
Last year.
Yeah.
So we watch Home Alone 1, still laugh at it, still hilarious. You know, so the wet bandits going in, trying to steal all the stuff from Kevin. Kevin set the house up with loads of traps. What do I tell you every year about the spider? When the spider crawls on Marv's face
He did it to me.
and he screams, what do I tell you every year? Don't tell me you forgot it, that he wasn't allowed to scream
Why?
because it was a real spider.
Oh
So
yeah.
when they recorded it, he had to go, and then afterwards they put the sound in.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But then apparently that's not true now, but I'll tell you every year anyway, because I
It's
think it is true. And that's what I was told.
isn't it?
This hat's itching my head. Right. And then the second one where they go to New York,
Yeah.
okay?
But they
Because
Kevin.
well, they forget Kevin again, right?
Yeah.
Because well, actually, no, they don't forget Kevin again because
Let's talk about film after this.
was it on your list?
No, but I forgot to put it on there.
Well,
That's it. No, I didn't. I'm a knob.
who?
I'm a knob.
Did you just call yourself a knob? That's a swear word.
Oh.
Ruby.
Oh no.
Right. Anyway,
Stupid person.
Jesus Christ. Who said that?
No, but I am.
Where have you got that word from?
I don't know.
Who says that word? I don't say that word. Does Mum say that word? Does she say it when she's in the car? When she's when people are driving too fast? Right. Anyway, it's just right. So, right. We're going to finish in a minute. Right.
No.
So, the second one they go to New York, but on the plane they realize that Kevin's been lost in the airport and he's gone a different way. So they're going to Florida, and he goes to New York by accident. So then he ends up having time on his own in New York.
His dad has like a brown coat.
Yeah.
Looks light, and then someone else has the same exact coat,
Yeah.
but the man's going to New York, so
It looks like his dad.
yeah, that causes him going to New York.
Yeah.
I got the book.
So we watch the first one,
And then
we get our food, and we watch the second one.
And then we go to bed.
And then we go to bed, and then just there you go. What a Christmas Eve tradition. Right. What's this other film that you want to talk about? No. No.
Yes.
No, because it's
no,
rubbish.
No, it's not.
It's
no, we're talking about.
Oh,
We're talking about it.
stop it.
You
You are not taking over this podcast. You get it in your will.
No.
It's happening in my will, even.
No,
It's not
no.
happening now.
Okay, it's our
No,
podcast.
no.
We're talking about it.
No, 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 not home. No, no. No, no one will. Yeah, Home Alone 2. Yeah, not Home Sweet Home Alone. No, nobody likes it.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
Bye.
Nobody likes it. I'll push you out the door. You go that way. You go that way. Right. So let's just say to everybody.
Best father. Okay.
Your best father. I'm your only father.
Oh.
Carry on.
So, it was where there's like this man who has a doll, and then a boy fakes to steal it because he doesn't want a doll. He just doesn't want one. And then the boy goes home, and it's exactly like Home Alone, but it's different. It's just called Home Sweet Home Alone.
You finished?
No, that's what I'm supposed to talk about. So, it's exactly like Home Alone, where the parents leave and forget them. Because he was in the car because there was so many people in the house that made so much noise. And then the boy went in the car, and then he slept in there for like a night, and then watching TV in the car. And then they woke up the next morning, and then they were in the car outside. He didn't realise that they forgot him, and that they were outside. And he woke up too early, and then there was like burglars who came into the house and tried to get the doll back. But then at the end, it made sense that he didn't want the doll. He didn't steal it. He just probably moved. Someone moved it probably to find more dolls, and then the mom comes back and figures out that there's so much mess in the house.
It's
Really nice.
rubbish.
Watch it.
It's
Watch.
nowhere near as good as the first two. Don't say I dare you to watch it. It doesn't sound good, does it?
Hold it.
Right, it's rubbish. No, I'm not holding it. Right, it's rubbish. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell people, right? A lot of these films that we spoke about are on places like Disney Plus, and I think some are on Netflix. Elf is currently on Sky Cinema, and now the Home Alones are on.
Disney.
The Home Alone's on Disney. Nightmare Before Christmas will be on Disney. Batman Returns, I think, is on Disney. No, it won't be on Disney. Either way, you'll find it. People will find them. They know where to look. Right. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. Is there anything that you want to say to the good people before we go?
Yeah.
What?
Watch all the Alone. I'm begging you, please,
I don't.
please.
Right, we've got a Christmas tree to go and put up.
I'm adorable, please.
You're adorable. Get out.
No,
Get out.
no. Everyone loves adorable girl. Type in Daddy's podcast.
Get out.
I really love your daughter, Ruby.
Get out.
No.
All right, stay safe. Look after each other. Have a lovely Christmas. We'll see you on the next one.
Daddy's students think I'm adorable, so I'm adorable.
The liars.
Comment down below if you're adorable.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you. Have a nice Christmas. Stay safe. Bye.